Hello and welcome, my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Libra to full moon in Aries, September into October 2022? I am your reader. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive. President of Drawing the Circle production since 1998, 24 years in service at the time of this recording. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There's a link in the description box. You can preview it for free. And check out the dedication to my mom, who I just spoke to on the phone like maybe 2 minutes ago, letting me know that there was an Agatha Christie thing on the TV. I don't get the channel, but you know, Mom and I have the Agatha Christie gene, apparently, because apparently it was Agatha all along. What? And I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Beautiful creative thing over there. I highly recommend it to all of my creative artists, however, whatever your expression is. It's a wonderful way to get the financial support that you need for doing your creativity, your art in this world. Mystical artist that I am, best career move I ever made. Right now we've got subscription levels of humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses is one actually tier in and of itself. And I have been streaming there every morning for months and months and months now, talking about the daily astrology, right? The astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, ending with a blessing. And I think I've decided, we'll see, I might release one of those to the public every week, probably the ones on Sunday, because, you know, it's Sunday. But other than that, if you want the extended readings to all of the readings I've done in the past and moving forward, if you want all sorts of exclusive content that no one else on the internet will get other than them, and if you want the advanced stuff, sometimes weeks before anybody else sees it, deeper, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that my darlings just call Mal. Bam, and my mom named me. So shall we? If you're new to the channel, 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, a waxing moon timeline from new to full. As I just said, pardon the glasses, I had a contact lens, decided wanted a career change, wanted a life of its own, took a swan dive down the bathroom sink a couple of nights ago. Thankfully, I had the lenses from my old Ray-Bans, lens crafters. They're getting me new contact lenses. They popped these into Calvin Klein, which I consider an upgrade. So I won't need them through the whole reading, but I am going to need it for this next part where we take a look at the astrological timeline itself. But first, these 5 cards represent the 5 magical elements, right? Fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. We are Captain Planet, helping you plant a seed at the new moon. Fire, your element of fire, what you yearn for, what you burn for, your heart's desire. The element of earth, to ground it. Element of air, what you're thinking about it. Element of water, what you're feeling about it. And a healing mantra card for the card of spirit to bring it all together so that you can manifest your heart's desire. And cross watchers, look, if you apply this information to yourself, you will be assisting in the manifestation as well as manifesting your own timeline here for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign you're cross watching for, as well as all of them. It's a lot of crabs. That being said, let's look at this timeline. I need the glasses for this part. I am nearsighted AF. The new moon in Libra, Sunday, September 25th, 5:54 p.m. Eastern Time, which is a powerful day. And I will say, in the shadow reads, the 8-card draws that I do from the full to new, I had the astrological information wrong for that one. I always call it out when I make a mistake. You can always rely on me to be authentic and call it out, even if I'm calling myself out on that carpet. I said it was the Friday. It's not. It is the Sunday, on the the 25th. You could tell I'm squinting a little here. 5:54 Eastern Time. I am in New York. Now that's a powerful day for social justice, for healing relationships, one-on-one relationships. It's just a very, very powerful healing day. But then we're looking at the 2 weeks, right? Building, expanding, manifesting, waxing to the full moon in Aries. Sunday, 4:55 p.m. I think. I will check that on October 9th. And before that happens, we've got Mercury going direct on the 2nd of October, and then Pluto going direct on the 8th. So this could be a wild effing ride. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign might have 4 different seeds to plant and wax, right? To grow, to bloom, blossom, and fruit, right? As well as you could get information about the same situation from different points of view, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So, both feet on the floor, if you can. Let's get these off. Focus on your breath, if you will. I know. I go from like Mark Kent to Mal-El. And I totally have that syndrome, whatever that's called. Anyway, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. And I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace so that you can fulfill your heart's desire over a 2-week period to the best of your ability as it's ready to come and unfold. And as you do that, you're helping everybody do the same. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Oh, yes. Here we go. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire. I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. For the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Beloved, blessed ancestors, please, what is the spell fragment to help them hone, refine, and clarify their element of fire, their intention, what they yearn for, what they burn for, their heart's desire, the seed to plant, this new to full September, October 2022. Confidence. Godfidence. Confidence. Godfidence. Thank you, Trixie and Katya, for that one. Confidence by earth and air, water and fire. Oh, dearie me. We are off to quite the magical start. By earth, by air, by water, by fire. Let my confidence take light, burn higher. Well, it's not perfect meter, but what are you going to do? It's a rhyming couplet. By earth and air, water and fire. 9 syllables. Let my confidence take light, burn bright, burn higher. I'm a Virgo. Cope. So, obviously, calling in your body, right, the physical form, earth, air, your thoughts, water, your emotions, and fire, your desire, I think you're off to a rather interesting start. Now, confidence in what, for what, we don't know. It's a general read, but that's why we got 4 more cards to hit the table. So, shall we? Let's have a look-see-duck-see for the element of earth, the crystal oracle. If you have the stone indicated, you want to use it magically, just as a reminder, something in the purse, in the pocket, just to remind you, oh yeah, a piece of jewelry. You can do that too. To me, it's non-essential, but I do love my magical jewelry. Other than that, the message is really the key to help you ground it, right? Bring it into physical form, maybe take action. So let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. There she is. Here we go. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North, powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. What is the element of Earth? The fuel to feed the fire, to help them ground and manifest their heart's desire, whether they have the stone or not. The message is the main point, but if they do have the stone, help them utilize it clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all. Element of earth, so they can ground and manifest that confidence this new to full September, October 2022. Oh, you got Australian agate. I love that accent. Dear. Australian agate. Oh, he's a big Australian agate, and his name's Rock, like Rocco's Modern Life. Australian agate. Starting at the beginning because it's alphabetical. Amethyst, the amulet stone, aquamarine, Australian agate. Oh yeah, nearsighted, but let's not do that when the camera's up here. Perception, strength, courage, and courage. Well, confidence and courage, I think, they're adjacent. They're maybe not neighbors, but they're adjacent. Your power of perception, along with your mental and physical body, are presently being strengthened. That's good. This will give you the courage and energy required to tackle what seems at present to be a complex and somewhat insurmountable problem. So yeah, the courage and the confidence, Godfidence. This problem involves someone who is incompatible with your ideas and principles. Uh-oh, sounds like a soul contract. You are being urged to stand your ground, yet keep your calm. Don't allow yourself to be psychologically or emotionally bullied. All concerned will soon realize the truth that you have already known for quite some time, that this particular person is simply not the person who they present themselves to be. Let's talk about Agatha Christie. Well, right now I've learned, keep this open, because those are a couple of words that I want to repeat more times throughout this reading so that we remember them. Perception is not always truth. The sun doesn't really rise in the east and set in the west if the planet turns on an axis, right? Strength, right, to stand your ground. Courage, which is ultimately following your heart. Don't follow your heart if you're like homicidal, right? That's not what we're talking about. You follow your truth. And stamina to keep going. This makes sense. All right. Australian agate night. Woof. Let's get the element of air, thought, right? Fire can exist, air can exist without fire, but fire can't exist without air. So what are the thoughts you're thinking about your confidence? You can see how that could make a bit of a difference, right, on how long that fire stays burning. So the Healing with the Angels Oracle, 2 ways to do this. One is whatever the word on the card is, think about it, meditate about it. But research original meanings. Not kidding. It's happened so many times to me now, it's kind of laughable that the current meaning of the word that comes in, you know, for something I'm doing for myself or even from one of these readings, something will say, go Google that, which is not really research, it's Googling something. And you look up the original meaning and it's so specific, like a key and a lock. So I highly recommend that. The other thing is that these are healing angels. Healing angels don't come unless you call. They know the tea. They see it, right? They're celestials. The majority of them never incarnated in physical form anyway. So, you know, they got a different POV on the situation. So call them in, pray, meditate, light a candle, whatever it is that you do, or just go ahead, help. But it's nice to know who you're going to call. Ghostbusters? Let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm having fun with these. I don't care. Readings come clearer when I do. Still point. It's a total needle scratch. As I call upon the angels and archangels of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, the Gabrielites, the legions of Archangel Gabriel, please. One card in clarity for the element of air for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, the element of air to stoke that fire of confidence and to manifest their heart's desire with that shift in perception, with that stamina, with that strength, with that courage to do what is necessary, maybe to stick to their oh boy, I saw what the card is. So that they can manifest this courage. This is a big one. This new to full September, October 2022. You got the healing angel, the children, and honey, that is not always about literal children in your life. It may be. It's a general read for you. But since I don't have kids, I've never had them. I have cats. I consider them my sons, but at this point, I can't really call them children either. They're honka-chonks. I got a skinny one, a chunk, and a chomp, right? My boys, my 3 sons, Fred McBurry, like courtesy telephone. This can absolutely be about your own innocence. The child archetype. No archetype cards in this deck, but I recommend Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace. Perhaps Inner Child Work. Perhaps tap in a little bit deeper into the work of Matt Kahn. His mantra is the last card down, his mantra deck. About talking to your heart chakra as a child. It is a very simple and direct way of doing that sort of healing. And mind you, the spectrum of inner child work over the past, well, John Bradshaw, Homecoming, I think was the first book that went big, was on Oprah, the whole 9, back in I think the 90s. But then since then, I mean, inner child work has been around for a while. You've got a spectrum from the intense clinical psychological all the way to the new age tinfoil hat woo land doing all sorts of crazy, and I've experienced a lot of it. But simply calling in the healing angels and say, all right, whatever this child is, you would know what that is already, I would think, whether they're your own literal children or whatever, to call in that healing angels to help you see this differently. Children see things through. If the child is healthy and feels safe, it's up for everything, right? It's like everything's an amusement park if they feel safe, right? If they don't feel safe, the child archetype is the archetype of safety and innocence. Survival. Everybody has the child archetype because everybody has a child inside of them. If it doesn't feel safe, it's not up for anything, right? The abandoned child, the orphan child, the wounded child, the creative child, the magical child, the divine child, the eternal child, and the nature child. I mean, the sub-archetypes are ongoing, it seems. So this could be stuff about going back to childhood. Mental, right? Element of air. Stuff that was written into the script before your immortal soul ever incarnated in. Any immortal soul that would be in the body that you're in right now would be dealing with this. We can't even take our own stuff too personally when we see it from the it's our own personal stuff, but we can't really take it personally if we remember who we truly are. And that's a shifter for you right there. Oof. I'm just passing around my crown chakra like open mic night. Let's get the element of water with Angela Hartfield's Whispers of Love Oracle. I adore this deck. There are no womp womps in it, but we've already had the True Love card pop up twice, so it can turn the party pretty quick. Taurus and Gemini got them in a row, and there was lots of time in between those 2 readings, and I shuffle like crazy, if you notice, so it doesn't happen, so that when it does happen, I know I shuffled them. So, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. There are other people involved here. Well, as indicated with that, you knew something was off. You knew something was wrong, right? You knew this person was not who they were. They were pretending to be something that they weren't, and other people are going to see it. So to keep your calm, instead of, well, here's the choice: childlike or childish. Dalai Lama, Pee Wee Herman, and come on, it's a sliding scale. I think I'm balanced in that 50-50, right? Doing the best that I can. Element of water, you got to have the emotion to make the spell move, the intention. What if you're not putting your heart into it, it's a wish, not an intention, not a spell. Please take a nice deep breath. And yes, you can, well, a dream is a wish your heart makes. Ugh, fuck me, Disney. Please take a nice deep breath. About indoctrination, still point. Yeah. That feels good. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love? For the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight that they need so that they can successfully manifest this confidence with that Australian agate vibe, that strength, that stamina, that change of perception. Am I getting everything there? Perception, strength, and courage. I bet that's real. I mean, talking to the heart as the inner child there with the healing angels of children, because I believe they're our future. God help us. Goddess help us too while you're at it. So please, higher selves, what is the element of water? To help them juice up this spell, this intention, this new to full. You're going to love this. New to full. Beautiful new to full. September into October 2022. Honesty is essential. Honesty is essential, right? Something's going on here in a situation where somebody is not being honest. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. I would say don't burn down the village, but you're a water sign. You probably have some fire planets in there anyway. You're a water sign, so don't drown the village. Don't flood the village, right? Don't take them out. Don't take them out in a Cancerian mood swingy swamp, taking everything over. No. You can do this in a way where you can be very, very honest emotionally. But remember, it's a 2-week period to have the confidence to do that. Now, total strangers, very different than perhaps people in your own family or your own children. Or, this is very Cancerian read. Very, very, very crab cakey if you ask me. So, let's ask. The Ascended Masters of the General Assembly. Sometimes they'll tell me which department of the AMs. They're lovely. Ascended Masters, the majority of them took a bunch of human lives. It sort of graduated, right? And they are us and we are them, and I don't know how that works. Please don't make me do math. But I will say the Macon Healing Mantra deck, aside from all of that stuff, is a really, really powerful healing system. So if you apply this with an agate, a piece of whatever, right? Casting for confidence, calling in the confidence of that child that is safe in its own skin, little by little by little. And really getting that, even if you're just honest with yourself on that, about how you feel and what that child inside of you feels, or perhaps children, as I said, with all them different archetypes and parts in there. This would be a wonderful thing, I would think. Let's see what hits the table to help you through this and manifest that confidence that is actually more of the soul than the ego or the personality. Please take a nice deep breath. Yes, I will indeed call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because this is too general it could be really about anything to narrow it down without getting at least tarot and a couple more oracles on the table. But for now, please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra, beloved ones, for the Cancerian Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the element of spirit, right? To charge their heart's desire of confidence with the courage, the shift in perception, the stamina, and the strength of the Australian agate, calling in them healing angels for the children's, however that plays out, inside or out. That the higher selves give them the strength, the courage, for the honesty, which is essential here, the perfect healing mantra to charge this, to bless it, to unify it, so they can manifest their heart's desire. This beautiful, new to full, September, October 2022, healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. Of course. Now look, heartbreak, but I'm going to read it from the bookie book. My heart will love again. This could be about anything. This could be about a job opportunity, anything that you set your heart on that you did not get, breaks. It's written into the script. It's just how this world is. And I will say, if rejection is involved, or if someone's being sneaky, shady, rejection is protection, darlings. I've had so many doors shut in my face that I wonder, you know, in other quantum timelines, what if that didn't happen? And I'm sure the majority of those are dead from sex, drugs, and or rock and roll in any proportion or combination, right? No, I'm still here. I took the road less traveled. And I'm very honest about that. And believe me, that child in my heart said it to the child. There are a bunch of them in there, it feels like. No matter what comes, no matter what goes, no matter where we end up living, I'm here. I love you. Everybody else can go pound sand if they have to. Right? That kind of love, it was powerful. So, healing heartbreak. Just so that I can resonate, you know. And remember, my mom's a Cancerian. And my roommate, hey Lil, if you're watching, Lillian Carter, we got some of her videos on the channel. Filmmaker, choreographer, roommate. I love her so much, my crab cakes. Lisa, hey honey, hope you're doing well. Healing heartbreak. I'm not the people I have permission to say their last names, I say their last names. What the hey now, did we change the alphabet? No, we didn't. Healing heartbreak. I told you, we can have fun with these. My heart will love again. Of course it will. When heartbreak is healed, so I don't have to put my nose in the book. When heartbreak is healed, you are able to learn and grow from each relationship. No matter who you believe is to blame, that's a moot point when it comes down to your own healing, honestly. Trust me, I wish it was different. It's not. As heartbreak is seen as life's way of breaking your heart open to expand the love you are able to give and receive, it becomes easier to pick up the pieces of your innocence, the child in your heart, and invite greater intimacy into your life, you know. So don't mind if you fall apart. There's more room in a broken heart. Ascended Master Carly Simon, and I believe she's still incarnate. This card is ideal for dealing with the resentment, releasing the past, and healing grief. So look, this might be about something that has affected your confidence in your own intuition, because you followed it and that's what happened. Talk about an ancient wound. Seriously, that one goes back, whoa, millions of years, it feels like. So this, again, can be about anything, but if it is something connected to childhood, which I don't know anybody who had a completely happy childhood, because that would have meant it had to be a complete healthy childhood, and a healthy childhood has its challenges like anything else. Like an immune system that's never been exposed to any antigens is never going to create antibodies, right? To have a healthy body, you need blah, blah, blah. Look, I just went all biomedical on us, didn't I? So, you know, this ideal for dealing with resentment. What do you mean by that? Dealing with resentment, releasing the past, and healing grief. I think this read makes total sense, but of course, the courage, the stamina, the strength, and the perception. I'm going to give you some words from one of my spirit guides who I consider an ascended master, and if she's not, she sure should be. She said in life, and this is a paraphrase, in life, something tragic happens, tragedy happens, and it's horrible, it's devastating. And then time goes by. Yeah, time goes by and you look back and you see the funny. Location, 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 ascended master Carrie Fisher, who I could cry. I miss and love her so much. I think she's one of my spirit guides. I think we would have gotten along just fine. So yeah, let's do the bless summation, a combination of a blessing and a summation. I'll put it all together. I never know what the fuck's going to come out my mouth when I do it, because I just let the words flow. That's why I do breath work and yoga and all the spiritual practice before I get on camera. And then if you want to chat a little bit at the end, I really let the goofy fly as I release the collective, in this case the Cancerian Collective and the Cross Watcher, so I can go about my day. And this is my last video of the day. Please take a nice deep breath. Expensive hardware. Still point. And I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need. This new moon in Libra, which is very much a relationship card, sign, I should say, to the full moon in Aries, which would certainly be a manifestation of self-confidence and self-belief, wouldn't it? as they heal heartbreak, because their hearts will love again. And no one in the world gets away without heartbreak. Just because they don't show it don't mean it ain't there or it didn't happen. And so that they're really honest with themselves and everybody else around them, because honesty is essential, particularly if there's some sneaky, shady going on, which Cancerians just naturally know it's in the room, but do they always have the confidence to trust that intuitive signal coming to them? So may they remember to call upon the healing angel of children so that they can really feel when they're feeling safe, when they're not, and not have that rule that moment or their lives for that matter, but really get very, very honest about what they're feeling and what they're going through. Working with that energy of the Australian agate for the strength, the stamina to shift the perspective, to see it with adult eyes, perhaps something from childhood, shifting from childish to childlike little by little by little, and the courage that it takes to do so that they can manifest the confidence that is part and parcel of them manifesting their heart's desire, whatever this may be about. So, by earth and air, water and fire, let their confidence take light and burn higher for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So much. And so it is. There's some serious Maiden Mother Crone doing that there, or not? Did you like it? Like it? Hit the thumbs up. Oh my god. It was a lot. I mean, it's not a fun read. It is womp womp. Healing heartbreak. But now you got some clues, tips, and hints on what to do about it. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, by all means, subscribe. I'm not stopping. I'm trying to put out content every single day because I'm moving my house to be closer to my mom, the Cancerian sun sign, up in Saratoga. We're looking at a place, but it's taking some time, and I don't want to move during the winter. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. We'll see what unfolds. And certainly, if you want more of me here in general, you want more of this in your life, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more magic, just come Patreon. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. I'm building a lovely community over there. And, like I said, I've been releasing some of the daily check-ins that I do there. It's a YouTube live stream, so you can tickety-tack and chat with me in the morning while I'm in there in my bathrobe on the couch with a cup of coffee, my hair doing what's gonna do. Love it so much. Doing a little prayer, a little meditation, a little song, a little dance, a little mysticism in our pants. So if you want more of that, just go to Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you could just call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private reading, easy enough to do. Link in the description box, a YouTube video booking a reading with Mal. Explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. So, my beloved crab cakes, I love you so much. Hang in there. Reach out to someone at least to shift that perspective, and really, you're worth all of it. And confidence is a thing of the soul. Just remember that. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of it all. Hang in there. I love you. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.